Al-Qaeda joins us, looking at Nigeria's electoral process. Good to have you join us.
Good morning.
Well, on the way, we had a talk with one of the APCs, the African People's Congress. Well, yes, we're actually trying to put a call across to you on concerning the non-registration of that particular body seeking to become a political party. We really have to be careful here so we don't call them a political party. But again, the chairman of that particular body, has some grounds with INEC. He says all that was required of it was presented to INEC, but INEC went ahead to still deny them that registration.
Well, my understanding, what I saw in the media was that he said they will go to the court. And for me, I think that is the best way forward and the ultimate thing. And I think the court will be in a very good position to determine if it is true they did that. But the letter that INEC wrote them specifically cited the infringement of Section 222A of the Constitution. 222A of the Constitution that required groups seeking registration to indicate the names and the addresses that can be authenticated of those and other data of the officers, not pro tem officers, the officers of the group that are seeking registration. Now, there was an infringement on that score, and the commission indicated that in the letter written to them.
So the man said, when we spoke to him, he says they met all the. He actually brought out a book that had all the names, according to him, that had all the names and addresses, and all those things were presented to INEC.
What position does he himself hold? Pro tem chairman. But you see, I don't want to.
Oh wait, hold on. Are you saying the fact that he's not, how do you put it now, the authentic chairman, does that also count?
You see, the law indicates that your officers, you must have officers.
Not pro tem, not interim.
Representative of the geopolitical unit. You must have your addresses, not just phone numbers. Not phone numbers. You must have your addresses. Actually, in the review that the commission is doing, that was proposed to political parties on the 19th, and going forward from here, the commission will also be requiring materials, just like the bank requires you to bring maybe your metering bill, your identity cards and all that, so that you can be sure that it is not a phantom official that has been put forward by the party. But for now, the minimum is that you must have the officers of the party. They must have their addresses that can be verified, and that was not met. But I think the court will. I don't want to preempt the arguments in the court, since they said they are going to court. For INEC, that's the best way forward.
There are two, I'm sure you're very much aware that there are right now two bodies with the acronym APC, the All Progressive Congress and the African People's Congress. I haven't called them political parties yet, but at least they're aspiring to be political parties registered with you. The first APC, the All Progressive Congress, I don't want to use the word first, but I'm saying first because I mentioned them first, said they were rejected because of their acronym, which INEC already brought to its attention.
You mean African People's Congress now?
No, the All Progressive Congress.
Okay.
Said they experienced a hitch when they got to INEC, when INEC said another body had already presented its proposal to be a political party to them with that same acronym. Thus, by this rejection now, does it clear the way for the All Progressive Congress?
You see, there is so much of tendentiousness in the way the public, I mean, a lot of segments of the public, for obvious interest, have also read what is going on. Now, there are rules, there are regulations. INEC is an election management body whose duty is to implement the laws, not to look at the faces of whom you are implementing the laws with. Now, there are no preferences for INEC in this matter. The law says if you want to be registered, you must write into to INEC, indicating the name you want to be registered with and meeting some minimum criteria. Now, the truth of the matter is that a group wrote in at a point in time saying that they wanted to be registered as African People's Congress. Now, at the point in time that letter came in, that was the first communication that INEC got in regard of that name or acronym or whatever. And
so on the basis of that, you rejected the other APC?
No, there was no rejection. There was even no communication yet. So
till now,
you see, there was no. I mean, as at that point in time, there was so much hysteria in the public, and a lot of things were said that was, I mean, actually not the situation on ground. Now, the situation on ground was that INEC had before it an application for from a group seeking to be registered as African People's Congress. And the Commission considered that letter on its merit.
When did the INEC get that particular application? Do you remember when?
Yes, about 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, yes.
From which one? From the